the old
Yep.
Seahawks guy.
And then we got experienced
Washington.
noob and Eagles, and then Private Seal is the Redskins.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough because you look at the track records of these guys, and I mean, I don't think any of them have made the playoffs, besides the Cowboys. So
Yep.
it's not about the talent. It really is. It's about the talent of the user. So at this point I have to go with the Cowboys for the fact that he's actually proven it before.
All right, let's look at the NFC West. We don't have a Niners user, but we have Iceman Tron at the Seahawks, JB the Dude at the Cardinals, Chris is the Bomb in LA for the Rams. I think that the Seahawks, Iceman Tron, might run away with this division just due to the over-the-top help with those elite players in that secondary and just
Was
the
he in our
offensive weapons.
league last year?
No, I could be wrong, but I think this may be Tra-Tra's homie.
Okay. See, I know Chris the Bomb was actually competitive.
Oh yeah, good.
Very
good
competitive user. You're giving him a Rams team that I think is just it has everything you need to make a run. And offensively, he was a good passing guy. I know he liked to do a lot with Brandon Cooks, so maybe Sammy Watkins is the equivalent. So I would go with Chris is the Bomb just because I think that team and that division might be the best team, hands down.
Okay. All right, so let's move on to our division real quick. Now, let's keep our biases away from everything just for a second, and then we can add fuel to the fire. So we got myself, Elgato810 is the Bucks, Acid Overdrive 26 Falcons, Spider. You pronounce that like incubate, right? Or however his gamer tag, Incu8.
Yeah, I know he changed it.
I'm just gonna call him Spider to avoid the confusion.
Yeah, just call him Spider. But yeah, the Saints user.
And then Slick at the Panthers. Now, coming in, I know this division's gonna be hard. I know most of the games are gonna be tight. But when I look at the other teams, I'm mostly worried that Spider is gonna show us up with an older team. So that's what I'm worried about the most. A proven Super Bowl winner, has a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You got to look out for him. Did I lose you? You there, bud? I can hear you.
All right, here we go. I'm back. I don't know what the dog just laid on my stomach and the mic went out. What did I miss?
Pretty much all I was saying was it's gonna be what brings my attention, what catches my attention most with this division is we have Spider coming in, a past proven Super Bowl winner with a proven Super Bowl winning capabilities at quarterback with Drew Brees. For us to be successful in our own ventures in the NFC South, we're going to have to take care of business against Spider, even though he has an aging team. I think that's the biggest contender in the NFC South until we prove otherwise.
Oh, I agree. I mean, as much as I want to say I have the best team in the division and toot my own horn, I'm going to be the first one to say first year is going to be everybody gunning for Spider.
Oh yeah.
You're basically gonna have to take him out of his comfort zone. So, who can do that, or who can get lucky and hope that Drew Brees throws out his arm and Adrian Peterson.
That's the only shot we have is the increased chances of like those 1 to 2 week injuries, and Drew Brees just happens to be down when we face him.
Exactly. And for season one, I'm not going to say we're completely done for, but yeah, we're going to need some help. So
that's why I got that pre-order in so I can get some practice.
Yep. and Ozzy could help us out week one. That would definitely be a nice little
oh yeah
added bonus.
nice little cherry on top. So let's move to the AFC side of things. So the North, we got the Steelers, exciting bike. You got EQ amazing at the Ravens. You got F. Tom Cruise with the Browns, and you got the DJ D-Rec and the Bengals. I mean, you gotta focus on the Steelers in this whole scenario. You got a two-time repeat. Well, he's a repeat Super Bowl champion. Won it 2 times. Exciting bike with the Steelers. I think F. Tom Cruise will probably be able to give him some good games, but that team looks like it could use another year of development before it's even close to the elite level of the Steelers. The Ravens, they're kind of a crapshoot offensively. Is Joe Flacco really going to be able to hold it down? And can the Bengals defense keep up with that explosive offense of the Steelers? I just see exciting bike continuously running away with this division until the Browns and the Bengals kind of shore up their teams in the next 2 to 3 seasons.
Completely agree. I mean, I don't even know if it would. I mean, the fact that it's a 2-time champ already that's taken them over is definitely, it doesn't help the situation, but whoever takes the Steelers probably would have been given the go-ahead anyway.
Yeah, Steelers are just that good. I mean, you got 2 95-plus weapons for Ben Roethlisberger to attack with, plus all the returning wide receivers. We could talk about them for a while. Let's move on to the AFC East. Yeah, so we got Tra for the Patriots, Zach PE10 at the Bills. We got Alpha Slater at the Dolphins, and we have no user for the decrepit Jets. I gotta go Patriots. I feel like the Dolphins are the only team there that might be able to split the season series with the Patriots, and that's the most I have for any other team. That would be the highlight of their season.
I think Tra
Patriots
picked that division. Like, he basically picked this division, which is going to be tough to fill already, and it seems like it's the NFC South of last year, where it was a revolving door of users, and it looks like that might be that one division again that nobody wants to be in there because the Patriots are in there. So
yeah,
fortunate.
We're gonna have to get a diehard Jets user. I think someone's gonna just have to love the Jets.
Yeah, I completely agree. Tra definitely in the driver's seat once again.
Very calculated move. Very smart. Let's move to the AFC West, your old stomping grounds. So OVO GOAT is the Chiefs. You got Lazy Boy for the Raiders. Critical Mass is Hellman the Chargers, and you got Master Chef and Mile High for the Broncos. I think this is one of the most underrated competitive divisions in Madden 18 for the Scrub Squad League. What do you think?
I agree. I know that Caleb's going to have a lot to prove with the Broncos. That might end up being his downfall, especially when he's probably never had a quarterback situation like this, and an offensive line situation like this.
Well, I know the O-line, I think, will affect him more so than the quarterback position, just because, I mean, when he was in Jacksonville after that Twilight Zone reappearance, he really did focus a lot on that running game, and it paid dividends. But he also did draft a running back to fit the need.
And he also started with the Bengals, which that was a loaded offensive line last year. So
yeah, I'm going to have to say I think Critical Mass might steal this division away from the Raiders. But don't count the Chiefs out. I think this is a division that won't be decided until the last 2 weeks of the season.
Who's the Raiders again?
The Raiders is Lazy Boy 602.
Who's the Chiefs?
OVO GOAT.
Yeah, this is gonna be one that's gonna be up in the air for a while. I will go with Caleb for right now, not because I don't think Critical Mass can win it. I think he has running backs that he can build around, and that defense, I've noticed he's gotten a lot better on defense. He will make it work. He'll find a way to get offensive line help. He will move some pieces. I'm gonna go with the Broncos just because he has the pieces in place, and he won't move them around just like I did last year.
All right. Yeah, well, the only thing I could add to that discussion was critical mass is really throughout summer during the dog days. He's been on Madden 17. He's been committed to season 6. He made the playoffs. He blew out Tra in the wild card. This is a guy he plays Madden, so I could see maybe him being able to shake the rust off a little quicker than some of these other guys.
I agree.
So
I'm trying to light a fire up his ass because I know he doesn't want to be the Chargers, but he's just doing it because probably the best team available. So
yeah. So all right, well, let's look at our final decision, our final division for our bold predictions segment here. We do not have a Colts user yet, but Dizzy Manic is holding down the Texans. He's the brother of King Los, who is holding down the Jaguars. So we got division brotherly rivalry going on. And we got Savage, who we all know. He's holding down the Titans. We did his little interview earlier. Man. Now this is an interesting division. Whoever joins as the Colts will just stir it up even more. But we got Savage, great Madden player. That Super Bowl where we got to watch him in exciting bike play, that was some of the best Madden I've probably seen in a long time. Personal, just knowing people a little personal and watching them play, not just some randoms on TV. And Los is real good, but I mean, we've had Dizzy on the Squadcast before, and he's called him out. He's like, "That's my little brother, man. I'm not gonna lose to him."
Can we just say, as long as the schedule isn't completely messed up, 3 teams are probably going to win out of there, like get in the playoffs every year?
Yeah, this is going to be the old AFC North. There's a strong chance every season for 3 teams to make it out of here, unless they just decimate each other too much, which I think they're too good for that to even happen.
I agree.
So, but if I had to pick one, I think I'm gonna give it to Dizzy. It's between Dizzy and Savage. I know Los is gonna be right there, but I think the brotherly advantage goes to Dizzy, and I think he's just got a little bit more. I think he's got a little bit of salt and pepper in the hair compared to some of these other guys. As far as veteran leadership goes, knowing some things about football, I think he's just one of those guys, a little older, knows some nuances, little tricks up his sleeve, but don't count Savage out. But I'm gonna go Dizzy.
See, I think Dizzy's in trouble. Not because of his team, but I think because that defense is gonna have a lot of problems in the secondary. Personally, you give Savage the one thing he loves to build around is
The Titans.
an offensive line and running backs that can run the ball. Give him Mariota.
Yeah.
Anything else, he's gonna be like one of the best teams in the league. Los is gonna be the interesting one because he has all the pieces in place to do everything he did before, and a young defense. Everything in my power says I should be saying Savage because he has everything that he needs. He doesn't need a lot, where everybody else needs a full team. He doesn't. But Los has the team. Like, he has the youth. The only thing he is going to be missing is a quarterback. But I've seen him do more with less at quarterback anyway.
And what Los can do, I mean, both these guys can do it really well. But Los is really good at forcing you to put the ball, if you're passing it, somehow he knows how to put the pressure on you to make you throw it right where he wants you to throw it. And then he always has a guy standing right in the flats, picks you off, and then you're sitting at the end of the game wondering, how did I just throw 3 or 4 pick sixes? I thought I read it right, and all of a sudden shit isn't. It's like an old Steelers defense where all these parts are moving around and pressure's coming from these exotic places, and it's going to be exciting football in the AFC South, that's for sure. I mean, it's a toss-up.
I think Los gets it for the sole fact that he's got a more complete